I'm Joe Delfau. I'm the priest here in Hadleigh. This is St Mary's Church, Hadleigh, behind me. The church here in St Mary's began in the 12th century. Behind it you'll see there's the deanery, which is the place where the dean lives, and attached to it is the deanery tower. The deanery tower is 1490. The house itself is 1833. The church itself and the deanery tower, along with the Guildhall opposite it, are all Grade 1 listed buildings. The deanery is Grade 2. The parish of Hadleigh is 11,000 strong. Hadleigh is quite deceptive. We walk into this place and it feels like a very sublime, gentle, kind of relaxed place. And on one level, parts of Hadleigh are, and this part of Hadleigh certainly is, but actually the wider issues are the issues of any proper market town. You have those people who have and those who have not. So what we've found is that we have, in the centre of town, the largest indoor space there is in the whole of the town. We have no church hall, so we have to use the church. We don't have to use the church, we can leave it serried rows and empty for the whole week if you wanted to, but that wouldn't be meeting the needs of the community. During the week we can find ourselves having concerts, pop-up meals. There's a small children's group that meets there, there's schools come down to visit. We have a very, very successful and very full-on cafe church on a Friday morning with up to 150 people, and so it's constantly being used by different groups, and other groups come to use it as a meeting place as well, because it is a large space. We have before us a most amazing piece of architecture. It is really quite beautiful. When you walk inside, it is a cavernous, gorgeous church. However, that does create issues when you want to try and make it into somewhere that is fit for purpose, for not just for now but for the future too. So we have quite a large renewal project. We're talking around about a couple of £1 million probably by the time we're finished, involved with an extension to the church and other things too. But the most important thing we need to do first is to make sure that we're actually ready for now as well as for the future. Getting ready for now, it means having heating and lighting that actually works. We have in there really old gas-fired heaters above our head and sodium lighting, which is ridiculous because it doesn't work, and when it does work it's so dim you might as well not have the lights on. So the roof is being damaged by the heating, which is then leaking onto the floor, so the floor is damaged too. So I think we should be bold and actually say, well, we are not just trying to maintain ancient monuments, we're trying to maintain things for the future. If we believe the church is going to exist in the future, then we need to be ready for it. One of the things we can do is to work out ways in which we can copy the successful projects of other churches on a smaller or larger scale, depending on where you are. We have an eco-bronze reward at the church, which we were really not too sure about at first. We felt it was going to just be a tick box exercise, but actually that's quite an important exercise, because as you're going through ticking those boxes, it makes you think about what other things and how you're relating to the world around you, and how we can encourage our society around us to think about it too. Easy things like LED bulbs and making sure we turn things off and on at the right moments, those kind of simple things which we can all do at home. What we're now doing, our next stage, is to remove those gas-fired heaters and have electric heaters. The electricity we hope to source from those companies that do a more green energy, and eventually, because it's electric, we can then have the massive roof of St Mary's with some solar panels on it. That would be our great joy and also our challenge. The deanery was a complicated one, because having solar panels on the deanery would have been not necessarily cost effective or affordable for our diocese at the moment. However, we were able to put in a trial of thermal panels which actually just heat the hot water, which is really quite exciting, and they're so small in comparison to solar panels that you can hide them really, really well on our double roof. We've used the energy footprint tool, which didn't take that long actually. It's quite a straightforward process to go through, and that gives you a really good idea about where you are starting from. And we've been encouraged to think about becoming a demonstrator church. That is with demonstrating how we can change our usage by getting rid of our fossil fuel gas and moving to electric heating. So we need to think really carefully about how we move forward, and I think our diocese is really emerging with its understanding about environmental issues, and hopefully churches like ours and other churches too will be able to nudge that even further along the way.